Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 15 of the Sunderland Till I Die series here on Football Manager 2021. Before we get into it, however, if you do enjoy today's episode or any of the previous episodes on this series, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well so you are alerted when these videos go live. And I'm not going to lie, we're third in the league. It's going very well. However, that isn't the most impressive thing. There is a certain loanee that we put up top that is potentially the most incredible striker on planet Earth, and I'm probably going to name my children after him. There's only one place to start, viewers, and there is one man that deserves the spotlight for our recent really good results. Pietro Pellegri. He scored 9 in 4 games in the league. He scored in 10 in 6 overall. This guy, the Italian wizard, I'm going to call him from now on, has had an absolutely insane start of the year. And to put it in comparison, he scored 10 in 20 last year for us. He's already got 9 and he's got an 8.68 rating. It's ridiculous. I've never seen a player have such a good start in a league. And if he continues this way, Pietro could break the goal scoring record in League One. Obviously, it's a little bit too early to say whether or not that's going to continue. But my God, has Pietro been destroying teams left, right and centre. And if I'm right in predicting he's probably the top goal scorer, he is. He's got a 4-goal difference between the second and 5. I mean, what the hell? I was not expecting Pietro to be so good so early on. I was expecting him to score loads of goals, but apparently Pietro's just like, no, they all doubted me. I'm going to prove them why I'm the best striker in the world, and my God, is he doing that. Am I potentially going to name my kids after Pietro? Maybe. Potentially. We'll have to wait and see. But as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, from the league table, we have had an absolutely fantastic start to our league campaign. Of course, the last episode was the 1-0 victory against Forest Green, where there was very, very questionable goalkeeping. If you haven't seen that episode, make sure you go and see it so you'll know exactly what I mean when I say the goalkeeper had an absolute howler. But how have we got to this point in the league with 9 points out of 4, only losing 1 game, which was straight after you left us? It was against Barnsley. We lost 3-2 away from home, and of course Barnsley did get relegated from the Championship, so they're not an easy side by any means, especially going away from home. But my God, did we put up a very good performance against these lot, with them only getting a last-minute goal to beat us, get all 3 points. Lucky scoundrels, honestly. As you can see from the stats, Barnsley arguably did deserve to win, but I honestly felt we put a very good performance against Barnsley. As I said, a very good side, not an easy side by any means. However, Jordan Jones with a very poor game with a 5.9 rating. It does improve a little bit as we go into the next few games, but naturally I was a little bit worried after this game because I was concerned that we were going to go on that inconsistent run again where we can't get a string of wins together. We're going to fall down the table and Jordan Jones is going to do absolutely nothing. But we did take the victory. We did take the lead very early on in the 20th minute through Pellegri. They equalised 10 minutes after half time, where we did take the lead in the 87th minute, and then Woodrow broke Sunderland hearts by scoring 2 goals in quick succession in the 89th and the 92nd minute to put us to the sword and to make me absolutely furious. I'm not going to lie, I was so upset after this game. I put time wasting on and everything. Closed the doors, closed the Bombay doors, nothing. Still conceded 2 goals in 3 minutes, didn't I? I mean, talk about not having luck. We didn't have any of it in this game. I mean, as I said, arguably Barnsley probably did deserve to win, but, you know, it's unlucky. Whatever game you play in, if you concede 2 in 3 minutes, it's not great from us, is it? But then we were able to get a victory straight after this game to get ourselves back on track with a dominant 4-0 win against Harrogate in the Carabao Cup first round. And I've just realised we scored 15 goals in 3 games over the next 3. So you got something to look forward to. But going into this game against Harrogate, We were expected to win, naturally. You know, Harrogate, where are Harrogate, out of curiosity? I'm assuming they're probably in League Two. They are. So they are in League Two. So a game that you very much expect us to win. And boy, did we do that with an absolutely dominant performance from the boys. 20 shots to their 5, 10 shots on target to their 3, keeping a clean sheet as well. The only game of these games that I'm going to show you where Pellegri did not score, but he still got a very, very good rating. I mean, the entire team did really, really well. And Jordan Jones getting himself on the score sheet with 2 goals as well. Really, really good to see after the disappointing performance he had against Barnsley to get himself on the score sheet. Hopefully, this is the start of something magical for Jordan Jones. And hopefully he can start, you know, getting himself into the team, you know, putting his stamp on the team, becoming a legend of Sunderland. I'm not going to hold my breath, and I'm sure you're not either. We then followed that game up with a 5-1 victory 3 days later at home against Shrewsbury, where we were absolutely fantastic. We may not have kept a clean sheet, but Mr. Pellegri got his first hat-trick in a Sunderland shirt, and believe it or not, this isn't his first hat-trick in this episode, which is absolutely ridiculous to say. The entire team played absolutely out of their skin. I mean, Shrewsbury didn't stand a chance. You know, I went into this game a little bit apprehensive, as you are at the start of a year. You're not too sure how your team is compared to the rest of the teams around you. But my God, did we put Shrewsbury down, and we put them down with almighty force, with Pritchard and Pellegri forming an absolutely fantastic partnership. Them two are creating together. When them two are playing together, it feels like no team can stop them. I'm hoping that sort of link-up will continue for the rest of the season. But as you can see, expected goals of 2.82. Their expected goals of 0.39. And that should really put to bed how good we were against these lot. And this absolutely boosted our confidence by God knows how much. And we then went, right after that, we got a 6-2 victory against Wigan away from home, where once again Pellegri got himself another hat-trick. 2 hat-tricks in 2 games. It's unheard of, but nothing is unheard of when it comes to Pellegri. The sky is the limit for this boy, and Mr. Pellegri and Pritchard once again linking up like Bill and Ben. You know, 2 of the best partnerships you've ever seen in the world. Pellegri and Pritchard have put them to shame. You've seen SMS, you've seen MSN. It's the PP combination. The PP combination, that's not going to become a thing, is it? But Pellegri and Pritchard putting Wigan to the sword. Pritchard getting himself 2 goals, Pellegri getting himself a hat-trick, and Jordan Jones getting himself on the score sheet once again. And, you know, I sing the praises of Pellegri and Pritchard, but it must not go unnoticed that Embleton and Jones are also, you know, playing really, really well. They're all linking up really, really nicely, and the fullbacks are getting up as well and creating partnerships with the wingers. And I feel like, genuinely, I honestly feel like that this team we have, if they continue getting a few victories, getting their team cohesion up, we could really be onto a winner this year. And we were absolutely dominant this game. And unfortunately, we may have been dominant in them 3 games, but we did have the Carabao Cup second round against Huddersfield, where unfortunately we were knocked out on penalties. And on the grand scheme of things, you're probably thinking, you know, you got knocked out of the cup. You must feel really, really upset. Not really, because there's 2 benefits to this, I feel like. 1, it allows us to focus on the league. And 2, it's against Huddersfield, who are a championship side. And once again, we put up such a good performance. We took the lead initially through Pellegri. Jordan Jones did get himself injured quite early on, which did hamper our chances a little bit with his pace and acceleration. Thankfully, that wasn't too serious. They did equalise in very quick succession through Zande. We took the lead through Jimmy Dunn, first goal in the Sunderland shirt, and they did equalise in the 93rd minute. It's the episode of late goals. 2 late goals in 4 matches to stop us getting the victory. We're not having a look. I mean, we have just scored 15 goals in 3 games, Alex, so maybe you can't be too critical. But then we went to penalties, where unfortunately we didn't have the look of the green. Huddersfield went through. Not really bothered, if I'm honest with you viewers. You know, the domestic cups aren't really my focus for this year. My focus for this year is to get ourselves into the championship, and having 1 less competition to think about really, really does help. And of course, going into today's game against Salford, obviously Salford have a lot of sort of I don't know what the word is, history, not, yeah, because obviously Salford are owned by Manchester United legends. So as a Liverpool fan, I'm going to enjoy this if we beat them. Salford are currently in 15th and we are currently in 3rd, 3 points away from Barnsley and Walsall, who are currently unbeaten in the league. Hopefully they won't keep that up, but I fully expect us to get a victory here. I feel like Salford are one of them teams, like sort of like the Wolves team of the Premier League, where they're very mid-table. I feel like they're going to finish very mid-table this year. Obviously they've had an absolutely fantastic rise through the leagues, but I think they're gonna finish mid-table. I could almost put my house on it, even though I don't own the house. But yeah, going into today's game, I'm very, very confident. As you can see, it's a pretty much fully fit side. Jordan Jones has got a little bit of a knock. However, we are going to play him just because we don't want to break away that partnership that my front four have. We want to keep them on the pitch together so they can continue linking up with each other. And we've also already got some really good green line link-up play between Power and Dobson, Embleton and Pellegri, and Pritchard and Pellegri. I mean, it's invisible, but I guarantee there is definitely a green line there. And the fullbacks and wingers are also linking up quite nicely as well. So before we get into this game, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you put in the comment section below what you think the score prediction will be. Do you think we'll win? Do you think we'll lose? And also say what you think your opinion is of the recent results we've had. Are you happy? You're not happy? Anything you think we should be improving? I look forward to it. Before we get into the game, however, I just want to show you very, very briefly our managerial performance and how we are currently getting on. And of course, we were previously at a C-, but we have managed to get that a little bit better and get ourselves a C. And hopefully with a few more victories, we can potentially get ourselves to a B, an A, maybe even an A star. However, the board are saying last season's disappointments do still contribute to my overall manager rating, and hopefully later on in the year that will go away. But we cannot take our foot off the gas, especially against Salford today. Our job security is at stable. We want to improve that, so there is no risk to me whatsoever. But going into today's game, the full 11 going into the match against Salford is going to be as follows. We have Lee Burge in goal. We have a back four of Dean Sanderson, Sam Hughes, Jimmy Dunn and Jake Vokins, with a Max Power, George Dobson midfield double, with our attacking quadruple of Jordan Jones with a slight knock, Elliot Embleton, Alex Pritchard and Pietro Pellegri. A very, very strong full 11. And I do feel a little bit sorry for Ben Woodburn, who is currently on the bench. He's not able to get a sniff at the moment, not able to get a bloody sausage near the team. You know, it's hard for Woodburn because our attacking quadruple are playing absolutely brilliantly at the moment. And I think getting another player into any of them positions is going to disrupt that. And that is something we can't afford to do at this stage of the season. I have just realised we have forgot a player. Did we leave him on the bus? Oh, for the love of God. Have we left him on the bus? Oh, we've left someone on the bus, everyone. My staff are terrible. Maybe we need a staff overhaul. Maybe I need to get some specialist staff in. I might need to. We'll have to have a look at that, viewers, won't we? Yeah, we'll have to have a look at that. But in terms of our team talk, let's have a look at how we can motivate our players as we are going to individually, as we like to do, compliment each player and say how good they are at football. And no one cares. I mean, a few people care. They seem motivated. You love to see it. And let's go, boys, against a very historical Salford side. We need a victory, and hopefully our boys can do it. Just under 10 minutes gone, and there has not been a single shot by either team. As I say, that Salford get their first shot, and it is on target. It's a very poor start from us, I must say. Normally, we're quite good at the start of games. Normally, we sort of fire out the blocks a little bit, but so far we are really, really struggling. And what we might potentially come to half time without a single highlight, which will be a bitter disappointment. And if we do get a victory here, looking at the league table, we could potentially overtake the two teams in front of us. And I think both teams in front of us are currently losing. So that does add a little bit more incentive to our side to get ourselves a victory. And going into half time, there's not been a single highlight, viewers. I can only apologise for what can only be described as an absolute terrible game. I was going to do a swear there, but I was like, there might be young people watching. Probably should. I need to be a role model manager. You know, same way that Jose Mourinho was to Brendan Rodgers. That's the sort of atmosphere we want to create. But going into the second half, there's been 4 shots, and I'm thinking if we get to the 60th minute, I might want to change something. And we can go top of the league here with a victory. And there is a chance. Hunter. And Pellegri does get an interception, but he's not able to keep it. Toure. I don't know if anyone will reckon these players. If you do recognise any of these players, do let me know. I personally don't. I don't particularly follow Salford. But Dobson gets a good interception. He passes it back to Hughes. It's a risky ball. However, we don't get the second one. It looks like Jordan Jones potentially able to capitalise on that. Garbut. He's going to go on a little bit of a run. Are we able to get a tackle in? We do. Max Power with a fantastic interception. Can we create something out of nothing here? Jordan Jones. Max Power. Embleton. Back to Max Power. I mean, they are putting the pressure on a lot, and that's a great ball to Pellegri. Can he show why he's been fantastic? And of course he does. Ladies and gentlemen, the boy wonder, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Pietro Pellegri puts us 1-0 ahead. And what an absolutely fantastic finish that is from the man that can't put a foot wrong right now. I mean, it's a lovely over-the-top ball, and you're thinking, Pellegri, can he do the rest? But of course he can, ladies and gentlemen. Of course he can. 1-0 to the good away from home. Pietro Pellegri has put us top of the bloody league. We're top of the league and having a laugh. We're top of the league having a laugh. Are we going to score two and make it even more embarrassing for every team around us? It's a poor ball by Jordan Jones. I don't know why he's in the cam position, but he is. Vokins, lovely ball to Pritchard. Pritchard, Pellegrini combination. It could be. It's a great ball. But Hartley gets there above Pellegrini. And was that a chance? That was a chance game. Right then. I mean, that's a poor ball from over just past that. And we are putting the pressure on quite a lot here onto Salford. Pritchard, can he get ball through? He doesn't. He hits it very selfishly. I mean, I feel like Pellegrini's probably looking at him with some very not nice looks after Pellegrini was making a decent run in behind them. We are going to start time wasting. Hopefully see this game out, as there is a lot of chances in the second half. And we have been very defensively sound, it must be said. We've been absolutely fantastic. I don't think they've had a single sniff at our goal all this game, which is great to see with a new centre-back partnership of Dunn and... Are we going to get that? Please don't make me feel like an idiot. You're going to make me feel like an idiot. I can already sense it. Henderson. We get a tackle in. Turai. Hartley. Got to get there. He does. Sam Hughes. What a monster. He's so tall. I didn't realise how tall he was. Pritchard. Max Power. Lovely ball to Sanderson. Ball through to, I think that'll be Jordan Jones. It is. He gets past his man. A Pellegrini header. I can sense it, everyone. It's a penalty. Max Power's taking it. He is. You love to see it. Captain Fantastic with a chance to put us 2-0 ahead. Why did he go to it? What an idiot. Oh, if we draw this game now, there is going to be words spoken to Max Power. Do you want to continue being captain, do you? Get your act together. And a few minutes to go. 3 minutes. Oh, not another last minute goal against us. What is that? Henderson. Don't you dare, game. Don't you dare. Okay, thank God. I mean, that didn't really look like it was going to be a decent chance, but we have got ourselves a victory. Another 1-0 victory, except this time it wasn't because of a terrible goalkeeping error. We've actually got ourselves a win through actual good footballing means, and that does put us top of the league. Pellegrini getting his 11th goal of the season, which is absolutely ridiculous, and no injuries. And Sam Hughes stars in Sunderland win. Defence was absolutely fantastic. Sam Hughes, what a start he's had to his Sunderland career. No goals, no assists, but absolutely. Van Dijk and Joe Gomez. This is what these two are. Sam Hughes and Jimmy Dunn. Centre-backs of legend, I'm telling you. A few years' time, we'll be talking about these as the pinnacle of centre-back partnerships. Mark my bloody words. But what a victory, ladies and gentlemen. Putting us top of the league. First time we've been top of the league in the save, I think. And the main question is, where do we want to come back to? Where is our toughest game? Oh, there's only one team that we can come back for. It is going to be the Ipswich game in just over a month away from home. 5th against potentially top of the league. It's going to be a match of the ages. So make sure you are there for episode 16. But of course, that is going to bring us to the end of the episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Of course, the support has been absolutely unbelievable as always. I really, really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell if you are enjoying these episodes. And I will see you in the next episode. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. Goodbye.